Yeah, I took it out for granted. I was looking out for family. I was looking out the fastest. I was coming out the baddest. I was cooking, I was trapping. I was looking for the balance. I was looking through the basket. Now my stomach looked the fattest. Big old bookers full of carrots, like my enemy. Still, I can't see how this can happen. I saw a print in need. I just can't turn around and go back with shit that meant to leave. I just can't turn around and look backwards, there ain't shit to see. I bumped my head so many times, I done seen so many signs. I done dreamed so many lies, I done seen so many eyes. Somebody prayed for the one grave. When you
Mic check, mic check, mic check. What it do, world? Damn, my camera look cricket. I ain't gonna even mess with it. I'm gonna get a new stand. Gotta get a new stand. Anyway, mic check, mic check, mic check. What it do? It is me, Burfeezy. I am back on this day. What day is it? Day 44. I am back on day 44, man. Here on the 90-day challenge. I am not quitting. Got too much on the line. Shout out to my son for leaving his hoodie. Squads up in this morning. It looked bigger when my son had it on, but I guess that's gonna give me the go and follow through on my weight challenge, man. Shout out good morning TikTok, good morning folks on Facebook who can hear me and see me. It's a great day to be on this side. Great day to be on this side of the gram, man. Okay. Sounding pretty clear. This morning, man. I am up and I am at it, man. It is me, Burfeezy. 90-day challenge, basically where you find something that you love to do, find something that makes you feel fulfilled, find something that you feel like is in your purpose, something that you would do for free, something that you feel like you are put on this earth to do, that you feel like is a part of God's plan. Do it every day for at least 15 minutes and get better at it, improve your skill level at it, and figure out a way to monetize it, figure out a way to get paid from it. And once you do that, you want to give me one quick second. Figure out a way to monetize it, figure out a way to get paid from it, and do it every day for at least 15 minutes, man. And don't just stop there. You know, it ain't all about keep going. It's about being better, improving, not competing with nobody but yourself, and competing to improve, be better every day. I am back from my trip. We went to Oklahoma to see my son, man. He graduated from the basic training, got promoted to private 2, and now he's what they call AIT training, where he's training for his job that he's going to be doing for the Army. And I must say, guys, I honestly believe I had, and maybe it's because it's the most recent, but it wasn't the ordinary Thanksgiving, that I usually have. We had to travel. We was somewhere else. I want to say it's the first Thanksgiving out of Texas, even though it was just in Oklahoma. It was about 6 hours away. I want to say it was the first Thanksgiving out of Texas. So it was really, and we had an Airbnb. It was like the first holiday that I've had in a long time that was not at a family member's home. It was at an Airbnb. Um, it was a really great experience. I want to honestly say I had a good time, a great time seeing my son just graduate and do something that I've never. I know a lot of people go to the army. I'm trying to think back when I was a child. I've never witnessed anybody just go through the training and which I know I do have a couple family members that have, but I've never just been cut in on the details and they telling me what all they had to do and they made make it through it and just I've never had this experience before like up close. Um So it was really good, man. Got to see him for a couple of days and then drop him back off. He has his phone now, so we're able to talk to him on a regular. And then after we ate Thanksgiving, this is another thing that made it great. After we ate the Thanksgiving meal, we instead of throwing all the leftovers away because we know we didn't want to or didn't want to or could not bring all the leftovers back home, we made about 10, 11 plates, nice size, hefty plates, and gave them out to the homeless, which was a great experience in itself, man. Just seeing people how they needed the food and asking people, did you are you interested in something to eat? And just seeing people, literally in the trash can. It was just a great experience over these holidays, seeing people just feeding the people rather than and every holiday, more than a holiday, like every time my wife cook, we always have leftovers. We always have extra food. So we always are more than able to feed somebody else or feed somebody who needs. So it was a great experience just feeding the people, man. And for my children and the children who were with us, just for them to see, because a lot of times, we just so, I'm not going to say ungrateful, but you know what I mean? People being less fortunate is not, we're not looking at it. And so we can't see, we lose sight of the important things and we lose sight of how blessed and how fortunate we are. And just a lot of stuff we just take for granted. You know what I mean? Just heat and running water and a refrigerator, a microwave. You know what I mean? I was just like, man, we should have heated them up, had them real hot before we brought them out here. I was just thinking of all the things like, man, not that the plates were cold, but me, I like to heat my stuff up. If I come, like, I don't eat it room temperature or warm. I want it hot. And I'm just seeing people, and it's getting cold, and the wind is extra strong in Oklahoma. And they were just seeing people just out there, and it wasn't, it was normal. And I just feel just blessed, man. And I'm gonna give y'all a little story. One time when I was acting up in school, I don't know if y'all know this, man, but I was adopted. Like before I was 1 year old, I was adopted. And one time I was acting up in school, and I was giving my mama a good, just a run for her money, just acting up. And it was just my mom. She was raising a young boy. I was probably in the second or third grade. And she was like, man, if you're not gonna be, if you're not gonna pay attention to or if you're not gonna do what you're supposed to do, if you're not gonna, you know, I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take you back to your mom, because it wasn't an official adoption where she went through an adoptional agency. My dad who brought me to her, or the man who brought me to her, was a drug dealer, and he got me from my birth mother, who was on drugs bad. So it wasn't like an official adoption or anything, paperwork, and they came and checked her out. Basically, he knew her. She had a baby, and he was like, "Man, you're not gonna do right by these kids. You're not even taking care of the kids that you have. Just let me have a baby." And she gave me to him, and he brought me home to his girlfriend, and they raised me. Well, he went off to prison, and the lady raised me. That's who I know as my mom. Shout out to Vanita Hodge, hey mom. And I was acting up in school, man. I went, and she was like, "Man, I'm take you back," and she took me back. Now she didn't have any contacts. She did not have any contacts. She didn't know nobody to call or nothing. She took me back to the spot where she knew where my mom and her, where my birth mom and her people was from. Now, this is the honestly God truth, and it's real difficult to believe, man. Me thinking as a grown man, I'm like, bro, what do you do? She took me back to the spot where she knew. It is a spot in West Dallas. I don't know where y'all from. Check me in. She took me back to the spot where the people, where she knew my people were, right? We pull up to the spot and I'm looking, and it's not even a full house. It's not even a building. It's literally what I would call a shelter. What time is it? All right, I got a few more minutes. It's literally what I call a shelter, where it had walls and a cover, but it didn't have four walls. It wasn't closed in with a door. I don't know what you can call it, but basically the only person there was my brother, man. And shout out to Leon Haskins. I don't know if he can, I don't know. I haven't tried to reach out to him, but I have a brother named Leon Haskins. He was there. And some would say he was homeless. I would say he was homeless because this wasn't a house. This was, man, I'm about to drop a tear. I'm finna log off. I'm gonna log off because I'm finna drop a tear. He was there, man. My brother was there. And I would say he was homeless if I had to. I don't want to disrespect his situation. This was years ago. Like I said, he was in second and third grade. I don't know where my brother is. I haven't tried to, but my brother was there. Now, he was, the stories I had heard of my brother was that he didn't have good sense. The stories I had heard was he used to just sit up with a jacket on. He used to just sit up in the house with a jacket on, whether it's hot, cold, rain, whatever weather. He never took his jacket off. Meaning he didn't, he wasn't quite right in the mind. I don't know what's the technical term to call it. I don't want to offend nobody, but he wasn't all the way there. He wasn't whatever. But man, the conversation he had with me that day, man, told me to respect my mama. He told me, man, if you don't want to be here with me, you need to listen to this lady. He told my mom, he was like, I can't do nothing for him. And I don't know, to this day, man, I'm going to call my mama today. It seemed to see him sitting in this place, man, it seemed like it had to be like a setup. Like me as a grown up, like how could he still be there after all these years? He's still in the same place. He hasn't went nowhere. And at this time, my birth mom, she's in prison. Everybody else is gone, and he's just there. He's still in this place. And this is the house that they used to live in. And the house just done been ran down. It's not even a house anymore. It's just like a half of a roof, or this may have been the garage part, or this just may have been the shed, and maybe the house was gone. It just did not seem believable. Me looking back at it now, but he was there, man. And he said everything. He had the most common sense this day. He had the most sense. And everything he said, I still remember. And he just told me, man, be grateful, be mindful, and in so many words, and do what this lady asked me to do. And I still remember what he told me. I still take heed to that, and I appreciate him so much for that, man. And man, bro, I'm gonna talk to my mom and ask her about that today, because just that memory alone, man, I came far. I came a long way. God has blessed me so much, man. And I said all that to say this, guys, we got to be grateful for the position that we are in, for how far we have came from. We have to allow ourselves some grace. Hey, man, God is not done with your situation yet. He's still working in your life. He's still doing his part. You knowing where you've came from, me knowing where I've came from, you knowing where you're trying to go, you having a plan, you being inside and not outside in the cold. Let's be grateful, be mindful, and share love. Be a blessing. Knowing how blessed you are, let's take some time and stop complaining, stop worrying about what we don't have, stop complaining about what we do have, stop being ungrateful about our situation, our job, our relationships, or whatever you're complaining about. It could be worse. It absolutely could be worse. So let's help those that are in need. And we are so blessed. Let's be a blessing to those who are less fortunate, than us, man. That's all I'm gonna say this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I am Bear Feezy. Today is day 44 of the 90-day challenge, man. And let's be grateful. Let's be mindful of those who are in need. And let's step out the house, man. Let's do a good deed today. I'm gonna challenge you with that. Let's do a good deed. 90-day challenge, man. Let's be great, be better every day. Improve ourselves. Shout out to the world, man. I am Burfeezy. I got some big plans, and I am asking you to get you some plans. Peace.